my name's Eva and welcome to this channel. This video is talking all about keeping the spark alive. A phenomena which you might know is that in the beginning of new relationships, things can be really passionate and exciting, and that strong desire can sometimes fade as you're in a relationship for a long time. And amazing Canadian researchers done some really cool research that's found some easy things that you can do to bring that spark back to your relationship. So that's what we're talking about today. So this amazing key that these researchers have found is related to something called self-expansion theory. And self-expansion theory is basically the idea that humans are innately motivated to do things that are new and exciting and that kind of grow and expand their own lived experiences and perspectives. What this means in terms of relationships is how much your relationship is facilitating this growth and all of that stuff. So these researchers thought, since self-expansion is related to relationships, it might also be related to sexuality. So what these researchers did is that they recruited around 100 mixed gender couples to document their levels of self-expansion and also a bunch of relationship variables. And they found that on days where participants reported higher self-expansion, they had higher sexual desire. They were more likely to have sex, and they were also more satisfied in both their relationship and their sex lives. Another really cool thing that they found is that from another study, because they're just gotta do lots of studies to make sure that we cover all of our bases, they found that it didn't just have to be self-expansion within your couple. If one person experienced higher self-expansion, they would bring it back so that both them and their partner would have all of these amazing benefits. So cool. At this point, you might be yelling at your computer or your phone, "Hey Eva, can I have some examples of self-expansion activities so I can do that in my relationship?" Yes, you can. So these researchers actually gave their participants the opportunity to give examples of what self-expansion activities they were doing. And they have a whole hecking list. Top 3, the first one was outings. So like we went to this fancy restaurant or we went to see a new band that I showed my partner. The second one was actually household activities. So like we painted the house. And the last one was leisure. So these are super chill ways of self-expansion. There were also other things that might be a little bit more out of the box, so religious and spiritual experiences, like I brought my partner to my family's place of worship, or like we went through this experience together, and also negative experiences. So we had a really tough conversation. Those can actually be also forms of self-expansion. The last thing I want to end off with on this video is that this video, just watching this video, might actually improve your sex life. Because they did another study where they brought participants into the lab and showed them a mock magazine about how cool self-expansion is, and they encouraged their participants to go and try it out. And they found that in comparison with not really telling them anything about self-expansion or anything, that their partners had higher sexual desire, and they had increased sexual and relationship satisfaction, more likely to have sex, all of these cool things. So just watching this video, you can thank me for improving your sex life. I do just want to note though that they also did another condition where they told their partner about how doing comfortable things with your partner is really good for your sex life. And there actually wasn't that much of a difference between the comfort trial and the self-expansion trial. So if you like just watching Netflix with your partner, that's also good for your relationship. That's all for this video on the research on keeping the spark alive. If you have any other questions, please do let me know. I will put the link to the paper that has a whole bunch of information. It's really well written and like really accessible. If you don't go to university and you don't have access to academic papers, please let me know. Just email me. I'll put my email in the description too, and I can email you the paper. Also, if I can find places where some of the researchers have spoken on podcasts or videos, I'll also put that in the description. But yeah. My name is Eva. I make videos about sexuality and relationship and bisexuality. If you liked this video, give it a like and also subscribe if you aren't already. But yeah, that's all for me today, and have a lovely day. Hello. Clearly, long time no chat.